Paige? Hey.
Hey.
Door's open. Been packing up?
All this stuff has to go to the hospital.
Do you want a hand or...?
Nah, I'll do it later.
I thought you might want to leave to work. You are going back today, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know what? Maybe I should go back tomorrow.
Probably won't be any easier. Hey, welcome back.
Ah, good to have you back.
The funeral, was lovely. I'd better get back to the phones. Yeah, have we heard anything about the car?
No, not yet.
Anything from Gary this morning?
I spoke to him about 10 minutes ago, not a word. PJ, I just wanted to say...
What's going on?
Didn't Joe say anything?
Well, she said something.
You know Gary Parker?
Yeah, he's a builder.
Yeah, great. Look,
There's a big construction company in town.
And his wife, Katrina?
Okay.
Yeah, seen her around. She
I don't
drives a Beamer.
Well, she's gone missing, along with the Beamer. Last time she was seen was yesterday morning when she dropped the kids at school. She didn't pick them up in the afternoon. Gary's out of his mind.
It was less than 24 hours.
Yeah, they've been married for 15 years. If Gary says this is out of character, then I think we've got cause for concern.
She'll be listed on leave.
Yes, and Stewart and Jones are out on patrol looking for the vehicle. PJ,
Okay.
I think perhaps we'd better have a chat in my office. Are you okay?
What can you do?
It really was a nice funeral. She would have liked it.
She probably would have preferred not to have had it.
That reading you gave was very special. She would have been proud of you. Listen, I know it's hard, and anything I say is going to sound like a cliche, but if you need to talk...
Oh, come on, boss. What's there to say? Huh? My mother died. Someone's mother dies every day. This week, it just happened to be mine.
Ben just phoned in. They found the car.
PJ, it's good to have you back, mate.
Thanks.
The funeral.
Yeah, it was nice. Everyone says it was nice.
Yeah, welcome to the Marie Celeste, mate. Keys are in the ignition. We checked for footprints, tyre tracks. There's nothing.
I checked the car. No bag, no note.
Anything else around?
Oh, I had a bit of a Captain Cook. No sign she walked in any direction, though.
Which leaves the river.
So should we notify search and rescue?
I guess so. But I doubt they'll want to go in unless we've got a bit more to suggest she's in there.
Right.
We should probably have a good look around ourselves first.
Well, maybe she topped herself.
Well, Gary never mentioned anything about suicide. He just said she disappeared.
You know, he was thinking maybe a car accident or she stayed at a mate's place for some reason.
Or maybe she was having an affair.
Well, her husband didn't say anything like that.
He wouldn't, would he?
Has the car actually start? I mean, maybe it's just broken down.
No, we didn't check. We thought we'd wait for CI to get here to do that. Yep. It's got a full tank.
I mean, would you fill up if you're going to throw yourself into a river?
Don't know.
Pete? Maybe you could get onto search and rescue. We'll have a good look around, but it could be useful to have them on standby.
Sure.
We'll get the car back to the station. You can dust it for prints, just in case.
Good idea. Gary, could you think of any reason why your wife would drive out to the river?
No. None.
Has she been there before?
I think we went there for a picnic once with the kids. It was a long time ago, though.
Would she have gone for a walk in the bush, perhaps?
She was dressed for town. She didn't particularly like bushwalking.
And who's Katrina's doctor?
Evelyn Weiss. Maybe she did go for a walk.
Was she on any medication?
No. Maybe she's in the bush, hurt. Did you look?
As much as we could. If she was there, she would have heard us, I think.
Not if she was injured. Or unconscious.
Do you know if she was being
she
treated
would have
for
been able to
depression?
hear you. What?
Was she being treated for depression? Was she on any medication?
No. 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 My wife wouldn't. She didn't need... Do you think she killed herself?
Unless, of course, she was having an affair.
What?
Paige?
Oh, but it happens.
No. Not here, it didn't.
It happens.
I don't have to take this, do I?
Sorry, Mr. Parker. We just need to ask these questions so we can find your wife and bring her back.
My wife was not on medication. She doesn't have depression, and she was not having an affair. She's a normal, happy woman with 2 kids. And I just want her back. Thank you, everyone. I know you're working really hard, and I appreciate it. If there's anything more I can do...
Poor man.
Oh, deluded man.
Come on, Peter.
Oh, he's kidding himself. Perfect life, perfect wife. No one has that.
Well, maybe you're right, but that's no reason to be rude to him.
If this was anyone else... Oh, look, you know what I'm talking about. The wife disappears. You always look at the husband.
Yeah, well, maybe not this husband. Gary Parker has always had time for other people, local charities and stuff. The boss absolutely vouches for his character. He knows him.
What, from Rotary?
He's a good man, PJ.
Joe, everyone has crap in their lives. Everyone has something to hide.
Katrina filled up at Doreen's truck stop out on Witcher Road.
Okay.
It was about 3:30. Doreen remembers her because she didn't want to use the pump herself. She just had her nails and her hair done.
Doreen wouldn't be too impressed with that.
She wasn't. Something about Katrina not being too big for her boots 15 years ago when she was working as a waitress at the stop-and-go diner. Doreen also said she heard about your mum, asked me to pass on her condolences.
Thanks.
Anyway, I was thinking if Katrina had just been to the hairdresser, maybe she said something to her which could be useful. I was thinking you might want to come.
To the hairdresser.
Why would she get her hair and nails done if she was about to kill herself?
Maybe she wanted to look good for the coroner. Look, Joe, if you want to go to the hairdresser, that's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, hairdressing is not a CI matter.
She had a wash, a dry, plus a treatment.
And she had her nails done too.
Yes? Why, is something wrong?
Did she seem different at all? Upset, out of sorts?
She seemed the same as usual. Why, what's happened? Is she all right?
Well, we don't know. She's gone missing.
Missing?
Did she say anything at all that might indicate where she could have gone?
No, I can't think of anything.
Do you remember what she was wearing at all?
Trent Nathan black pants, cream shirt by Morrissey, black pumps, Italian. Oh, she had a coat, but she wasn't wearing it because it was a bit warm. Sarah Jane, velvet with flowers, pink ones.
And you remember all that?
Honey, she's the only woman in town who could afford to dress like that. Oh, and she was wearing that gold necklace she always wears. The real thing. No cheap imitation for Katrina.
What did you talk about?
Gary, the house. Apart from that, well, she talked about the kids.
Well, Katrina's doctor wouldn't release any information about her patient, but fortunately the chemist wasn't restrained by the same code of ethics, and there's been no medication prescribed for depression.
See, there's no reason to suspect suicide.
Well, just because she's not on medication doesn't mean she's not depressed.
Surely the point is that we haven't been able to find a single person in town to support this theory that she was depressed. Or that she was having an affair.
You can't always tell what's going on inside someone's head.
So let's have a look for her. She's been missing for well over 24 hours now, PJ. This is a woman with 2 young kids. We need to find out where she is. Knew they had money, but...
Didn't help, though, did it?
They say builders never finish their own houses. Oh, found this on your doorstep.
It's the neighbours. They think they're helping. Casseroles. Pack up now, kids. Dinner time.
We were wondering if you found anything missing from the house.
What sort of thing?
Did she take a suitcase with her clothes,
No,
money?
nothing. Brianna, hop up to the table now, please.
You haven't found a note or a message?
No. Come on, Todd, you can play with that later.
Anything at all out of the ordinary?
Nothing. Damn
It's
it.
okay, it's all right. Here we go. See? Miracle lasagna, kids, eh?
Sorry, kids. Just a bit of noise, that's all.
Do you mind if we take a little look around? We might see something you haven't.
Sure.
Is Mum coming for dinner?
Brianna, is it? Yeah. Well, we're still looking for your mum. We hope she'll be home real soon. In the meantime, I reckon she'd want you to get up to the table and eat dinner, eh? So neat. Who lives like this?
People with cleaners.
Mount Thomas version of lifestyles of the rich and famous. What's in that? What? They've got a telly in the bathroom. Where are you?
Probably in the bottom of the river.
The little boy's about to turn 5. Katrina's alive. There's no way you would kill yourself a couple of days before your son's 5th birthday.
Need your wife's bank details.
Why?
See if her account's been accessed in the last 24 hours.
Katrina doesn't have any bank accounts.
What does she do for money?
She has credit cards. And if she needs cash, I give it to her.
From your safe?
That's right.
Did she have access to it?
She knows the combination, but she doesn't need to go there.
Have you checked it?
The safe hasn't been touched. What do you think, Detective? I've never done this before. You must have. Where do you think my wife is? The truth.
Search and rescue will check the river tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I honestly don't think there's much hope.
We're doing everything possible to find your wife, Mr. Parker. Everything. PJ?
Ah, casserole on my doorstep, eh?
Better than that. Chris cooked up a sirloin and more vegetables than you can poke a stick at.
Thanks, but I don't need people fussing about.
Yeah, well, she cooked one for me too.
What, somebody in your family died too, eh? I'm not hungry.
Not very civil either. PJ, I've been thinking maybe I was wrong to hustle you back to work this morning.
What?
Maybe you should have a few more days off.
No, I'm fine, thanks.
You seemed a little bit distracted today, that's all.
There is nothing wrong with my work, Joe. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Gary Parker's, right? But I'm not a detective to make friends. I mean, I don't know what it is. Am I the only person being objective here? I don't know whether it's because he's got money or because he's a mate of Tom's from Rotary.
It just seems like you don't care, that's all. About Katrina, about how her husband feels. About anything, really. Maybe if you had a couple more days off, you might.
I have to keep working, Joe.
Search and rescue are an hour away. They'll meet us out there.
All right, call me when they find the body.
Aren't you coming?
No, I'm not getting in the river.
PJ,
Constable,
what is it?
he's on my windscreen this morning. She's alive.
250,000 if you want your wife back. Mr. Parker, can you think of anyone who might have wanted to kidnap Katrina?
No.
Any employees you've been having trouble with? Anyone making threats?
No, no one.
Did you hear anything in the driveway overnight?
I couldn't sleep last night, so I took some of Katrina's sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills? Why would your wife have trouble sleeping?
I don't know. This means she's alive. They wouldn't do anything to her, or they wouldn't get the money, right? They'd keep her alive, wouldn't they?
There's every reason to believe that.
So where to from here? What do we do now?
Well, we're going to talk to your neighbours.
I've notified the tactical response squad. They'll take the case from here. Excuse me.
Excuse me. What was that all about?
What was all what about?
Since when do we wait for the TRS to do our job?
Their case is out of our hands.
That's never stopped you before.
I don't make the rules.
PJ, if you need more time, please take it. For God's sake.
Did Jo say something?
No? Should she have?
No, she shouldn't have.
Then we need you to do your job.
I am, and this isn't it. It's up to search and rescue now.
PJ, TRS are tied up. I said they give us all the resources, phone tapping and all of that, but they just can't get here till tomorrow.
So, it is our job.
Looks like it.
PJ, this is a woman's life.
We've organised the phone tap, so when they call, all you have to do is talk to them.
What if I don't remember everything?
Well, it's all right. We'll be taping the whole conversation.
We don't even know if they'll phone.
Yeah, well, it's most likely. They need to give you details for getting the money to them.
They could be ringing now.
Yeah, well, just drive carefully, all right? The last thing Brianna and Todd need is for you to be hurt.
Righty, I'll tell him. Cheers. There was a crime scene. They're on their way to do a complete search of Gary Parker's car, and search and rescue are out at the river. I found something.
Is this your wife's necklace?
Yes. I gave it to Katrina the night I proposed. 15 years ago. She's worn it every day since.
Please, forensic will need to analyse it for blood, skin, fibres, that sort of thing.
Blood?
It's just routine. We'll take very good care of it.
Where was it?
In the bush in a direct line between the car and the main road.
Away from the river?
Yeah.
Thank God.
It looks like the kidnappers probably walked her out. Had a car waiting, something.
Well, that's good, right? It means that they took her alive.
It looks like it, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that she still is.
St David's are sending 2 members to set up a roadblock on the Widgery Road at the point we think Katrina came out. They're going to stop all vehicles and see if they've seen anything unusual.
It's a long shot.
Well, we've door knocked the whole area the Parkers live in. No one saw anyone near Gary's car last night.
Yeah, but there was one weird thing. The immediate neighbours, the Chen family, heard the Parkers arguing apparently quite a bit recently, and they heard a major row yesterday morning.
Have you had any contact from these kidnappers?
No, not yet.
Could be a very good reason for that. Well, Gary can hardly call himself, can he?
You're not serious.
Why not?
You're saying Gary kidnapped his own wife?
Well, who says it's a kidnap? He might have bumped his wife off, and this kidnap thing's a cover-up.
What did you make of that call? I didn't recognise the voice, but at least we now know what the plan is.
Did they call you, Gary?
Yes, about half an hour ago. I brought the money, all of it. He said to take the money.
Hang on. He was a man.
Yes.
Young or old?
I couldn't tell. Youngish, I think.
About 10:40, was it? OK, just hang on. Mate, there's nothing. There's no call to your home phone.
A home phone?
No.
The call came through on my mobile. I diverted the home phone to my mobile. Is that a problem?
Yeah, that is a problem, because we can only do the trace if it's to your home phone. You've stuffed it.
It's okay.
Sorry, I didn't know.
The important thing is that we find out exactly what this caller said.
He said to take the money to Hetherington Park. He said there's a rubbish bin in the middle. Leave the money in that.
Did they happen to give you a time?
He said that I have to leave the money and be gone by midday.
Well, it's past 11 now.
Oh, okay. You've done it. It's okay.
Everyone in position?
803 in position.
509.
Yeah.
509 in position. Here he comes. Can't believe they let him use real cash.
He was very insistent, wasn't he?
You can understand his point of view, though. If everything goes right, he gets his money back. If it all goes wrong, at least they won't be angry with him.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
I guess you've got another way.
Joe, he knows he's not going to lose his money because there are no kidnappers.
You know what? You might be right. But if you're wrong, then this is a man who loves his wife and would do anything to get her back.
Joe, no one else sees the delivery of the ransom note. No one else witnesses the phone call. He's acting very sus.
Or he's acting out of grief, and grief isn't rational. Peace, this isn't just about solving a case, it's about people.
Hello?
I thought we told the council to hold all movements.
This is a setup.
Hold your positions. Let's wait and see what he does.
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to take the money, bugger off and give it back to Gary Parker.
If that was true, don't you think Gary would have called the whole thing off?
Oh, he didn't have time.
I'll check the reg home. Mount Thomas 509 to VKC.
Go ahead, Mount Thomas 509.
We need a set of the usuals on a white Daihatsu truck. November Foxtrot Tango 815.
Forget it. There's no time.
Page.
There's no time.
Please don't move. What's your name?
Barry Lonigan. Oh, Ben, it's me, Barry. You know me, I do work for the council.
Barry. He's a council worker. What the hell are you doing? You were told to back off.
They must have called me on the mobile. It's had it.
What the...
You want me into the bin or what?
You thought a garbage collector was a kidnapper?
As I said, we have possible suspects and we still have the cash.
Cash?
Cash?
Money?
Yes.
You think I give a rat's about the money? Look at it! It's paper! I'd give everything I own to get my wife back. Everything! And I had a chance to, and you stuffed it up! If they kill my wife, it'll be your fault.
No, PJ, you had to make a move or that council guy would have taken off with Gary's money.
I stuffed it. I should have waited.
Look, we still don't know that it was the kidnapper in the combi. It could have just been a sightseer who saw all the commotion and just racked off.
Jonesy got a partial number plate. How you going with that?
Yeah, OK, with 2 numbers missing. That leaves 99 possibilities, and Vic Rhodes has sent me a list of all of them.
99?
Yep, but only 2 of them are in Mount Thomas, and one's a combi, and it's registered to a Shane Henderson.
Henderson? Shane Henderson works part-time for Gary Parker.
Ben, we need a warrant.
Shane Henderson? Yeah.
Anyone else in the house?
No, nobody.
Is that your combi?
Yeah?
You're driving it this morning in Hetherington Park.
What's this about?
Where is she?
Who?
Katrina Parker, where is she?
What you talking about?
No sign.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, right, yeah, I was there, but, you know, I was going for a bit of a drive in the park. You know, it was really nice. And then I see you guys, you know, cars and guns everywhere. And it's like, mate, I'm not hanging around here.
Shane, we found dope in your combi.
Yeah, it's going for a chuff. It's not crime, is it?
Well, it is, actually.
Yeah, well, okay, charge me then, man. You know, geez, yeah, it's just a couple of joints. You don't have to come in like bloody stormtroopers.
Shane, you work for Gary Parker, right?
Yeah, do a bit of labouring.
Do you know Katrina Parker?
Is that his daughter?
PJ, can I have a word?
Torn the place apart. No sign of Katrina anywhere.
Do I get my stash back? I'm guessing that's a no. Don't smoke it all at once, eh?
Don't believe it.
Haven't got enough to hold him.
Well, sheer stupidity was fairly convincing. He couldn't even organise his own lunch. How's he going to coordinate a kidnap?
You can't just let him go.
Just because he didn't organise it doesn't mean he's not involved. Just because we didn't find Katrina at his house doesn't mean she's not hidden somewhere else. You blokes follow him.
So he could be working with someone else. But who? No.
Gary Parker is an obvious suspect, Joe.
You saw him after the stuff-up? You think that was all an act?
Joan said the neighbours heard them arguing. He still needs to explain that.
Well, let's talk to Chloe first.
Who?
Katrina's hairdresser. Hairdressers know everything, believe me. Did Katrina ever argue with her husband?
I thought you were looking for her kidnappers.
Well, we are, but we need to find out everything we can about her. Even a little thing which might seem unimportant could be very important. Do you understand?
Sure.
Did she ever mention she and Gary having problems?
Well, yeah, but like who doesn't? Marriage is tough and, well, they've been married for 15 years.
So what was the trouble?
Nothing major. He didn't listen to her, that sort of thing.
Did she mention having an argument with him yesterday morning? Chloe?
There was something. Look, she swore me to secrecy.
What?
She said that she wanted to leave. That it wasn't as perfect as everyone thought. She said that Gary would never let her do that.
Katrina wasn't going to leave me. There was nothing wrong with our marriage. Who said this?
Well, obviously we can't tell you that.
Terrific. So people can go around making up whatever stories they want and I don't get to find out who they are.
Gary, you were heard arguing with your wife the morning she disappeared.
There might have been something about whose turn it was to pick up the kids, but it wasn't a big deal.
Did you and your wife have any marital problems?
We've been married 15 years. Who doesn't have problems? But you work 'em out.
Tuesday afternoon. Where were you?
I told you before. In my office, at work.
But no one can verify that.
I gave my secretary the afternoon off.
Right, so you argue with your wife, no one can verify your whereabouts Tuesday afternoon, and you are the only one who had contact with the kidnappers.
So what are you saying?
Look, do you know Shane Henderson?
He does some part-time labouring for me. Why?
Gary, you were the only one who knew where Katrina was.
Hang on a minute. What's this about Shane? Are you investigating him?
We're following up a couple of different leads, yeah.
Are you saying that you've got a suspect here and you're wasting your time interrogating me? No. No more. I'm going home.
Yep, got that. Thanks. Kidnappers have made contact. TRS just monitored a call to the Parker house.
So why haven't we heard from Gary?
I don't know, but they've got his wife, and to prove that they've got her, they described a T-shaped mole on the small of her back.
I'll go down to Ben and Jonesy, see if Henderson's made a call.
They say that they know he acted in good faith with the ransom. They're prepared to give him a second chance. Same park, same bin.
Just after an update on Shane Henderson's movements.
Well, he's been sitting on the veranda for the last hour and a half and he's now into his third joint.
No answer from the Parker house. He's got to make the drop himself.
But we've got to get there before he does.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
No sign of Gary.
He said 3 and it's already past. He would have been and gone.
The question is the money.
Nothing.
Can't believe he did that.
$250,000.
They said if I left the money, they'd let her go. That she'd be home within the hour.
How long ago was that, Gary?
2 hours. She's not coming home, is she? You know, a part of me wishes she was dead. At least then this would be over. I wouldn't have to imagine the awful things. Am I a bad person?
No one deals with this sort of thing, Gary. No one.
I just don't know what to do. What am I supposed to tell the kids?
Well, Katrina still could be alive.
Why didn't they let her go then?
Well, they're probably planning to ask for more money. Hey. It's not over, Gary. We will find her. Who would have kidnapped Katrina, and is Shane Henderson still a suspect?
Well, he was at the park when the first ransom was dropped off, and he works for Gary. If he's not involved, it's a big coincidence.
Where was he when the ransom was taken?
He was still sitting on his front veranda smoking a joint.
So if he is involved, he's working with someone else.
Yeah, but who? I mean, we've gone through every single one of Gary's employees, all his
Go
mates.
through them again.
The second call came from a phone box on Pearson Street.
Joe, you check it out?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, let's keep working.
Every phone call made from the box in the last 24 hours.
All right, how many?
20.
Chances of lifting a print from the phone isn't going to be great.
Well, the ransom call was made at 2:17. That's this one.
Okay. Maybe someone on the street knows them used a phone.
Hey, Joe, you better come out here.
What's going on?
There's a woman just come in asking for the investigating officer into the disappearance of Katrina Parker.
PJ, Joe, I'd like you to meet...
Katrina Parker.
I tried to talk to Gary yesterday morning, but he was in the hurry for a meeting. And we argued, and nothing was resolved. And I realised never would be. So I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew that I couldn't live like that anymore.
But you kept your hairdresser's appointment.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to let Chloe down.
Right, so why the river?
I just drove. I didn't know where I was going. I'd ended up there. I even thought about, in the end, I couldn't do it.
So you just left the car and walked out of there?
I wanted more than a clean break. I wanted to be someone else. I even threw away the gold chain that Gary had given me. When you got to the road, what did you do then? Well, I hitched a ride with this guy who was going through to New South Wales. Only got about 30k in the end. I remembered this friend of mine from school. I suppose you'd call her a bit of a hippie. Well, she lives on a couple of acres. No phone, no radio. I had no idea of the ruckus I'd caused until this morning. The local paper was delivered and I saw that I'd been reported missing.
So what about the ransom?
It was a hoax. Somebody's sitting on Gary's 250 grand.
Yeah, but who?
Who could capitalise on Katrina's disappearance?
Well, it could still be Shane.
Check it out. See if he's spending up.
Right.
Katrina, we're trying to find whoever claimed the ransom. Do you have any ideas? Did you tell anyone else that you were leaving?
I didn't even know it myself until I did it.
Does anyone else know about the mole on your back?
My family. Yeah, that's about it. I've got a couple of old boyfriends. Chloe, my hairdresser. Well, we were talking about having freckles checked for skin cancer.
It's interesting that the second ransom call came from that box.
Creepy. Look, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Look, I don't think I can help you, so if you don't mind...
Just one last thing. Do you know Shane Henderson?
Shane...
Oh, the guy in the photo here with you.
He knows you.
Look, you can't just keep me here like this. I have a business to run.
Now, your customer says you left her for a few minutes. You went outside to make a phone call. You told her that your phone wasn't working.
It wasn't.
Well, there was only one phone call made at that time, and that was to Gary Parker. You see, it was taped. You did a good job of disguising your voice, though. And you shut up shop between 2:30 and 3:30, is that right?
To get a coffee.
A coffee? I didn't realise they served coffees from the garbage bin in Hetherington Park. We know you did it, Shane. Extortion, unlawful imprisonment, kidnapping. Now, one day we'll find Katrina's body.
Whoa, hang on, body? What are you kidding me?
Charged with murder. You'll spend the rest of your life in prison.
Hang on a second, I didn't kill anyone.
Now, if she's still alive, you should tell us where she is.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where she is.
Shane, we know you took the money and we know you wrote the note.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we didn't actually kidnap her.
Kidnapping? It's a long stretch.
No, we didn't. No, look. When Chloe heard that Katrina was missing, she hit on this idea to make some money out of it.
That's a nice story. Unfortunately, you can't prove it.
Yeah, I can. I can tell you where the money is.
$250,000, the ransom.
I don't know anything about it.
Extortion, you get 10 years for that.
Oh, wait a minute. All we did was write a note and make a few phone calls. You can't go to prison for that.
Yes, you can.
Do you know where Katrina is now?
No.
Doesn't even matter to you, does it? Whether she's dead or alive, how her husband feels, how her kids feel. All you cared about was this money.
She had so much.
That's it. Case solved.
Not quite. A pushy young constable once told me it's not just about solving the case.
I knew. Part of me knew. I just didn't want to believe it. It's easier to believe your wife's been kidnapped than she's just walked out on you. I want to talk to her. I want to see her.
Gary, she doesn't want to talk.
Please. What about the kids? Please, PJ. Talk to her. Tell her I'll do anything. Whatever it takes.
You must think I'm a terrible person. Just walk out on my kids.
No. Sometimes the way you feel doesn't always make sense to other people.
I miss them. Brianna. Tomorrow's Todd's birthday. What have I done to them?
They're fine. You've got two great kids, Katrina. Kids are pretty resilient. But they do miss you.
I don't want to have to talk to Gary.
Okay.
Mummy!
just so grateful she came back for them.
Give us some time, Gary. You never know what might happen. I just don't know how he's going to get through it.
I'll get up every day and go through the motions. One day he'll find that he's not just going through the motions anymore.
How long do you reckon that'll take?
I don't know. One day he'll realise that he's smiled at something or he's laughed at a joke and he won't feel so bad.
Paige?
Hey!
How was Gary? Was he okay?
Oh, well, at least when someone dies, they've got no choice. They didn't want to leave you.
Hey, tomorrow's Friday. I'm having a video night. Everyone's got to bring a vid. The only rule is it's got to be a comedy. I think we've all had enough of being deadly serious for 1 week. Sorry, I'm really sorry.
No, stop it. Look, hey, I could do with a laugh, I tell you.
Well, everyone's down the pub if you want to come.
No. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Comedy, eh?
Yeah.
Laughing and such.
Yeah.
I can do that.